Every morning I wake up and I test out all my legs, test out how well or otherwise I can breathe, and then trying to figure out where I am. And then the day begins. And there are chores to do, so many chores it feels like. Taking of pills and brushing of teeth and more food. I don't like food very much these days. So it's a case of trying to figure out what I can choke down, really. And I wonder, what am I going to do with this day? Something happened last year at work. I bumped my leg on a desk and developed a bit of a sore spot. I went off for some physio, and the physio said to me, "This isn't quite right, I think you should go and get an x-ray." There were appointments and scans and tests, all leading to the point where I met with the oncologist, and he said to me, "I'm really sorry to have to tell you, but you have osteosarcoma, which is a really rare form of bone cancer." And this was the worst bit. He said, "You've also got secondary tumours in your lungs, and they are going to be a lot harder to treat and potentially a lot harder to get rid of." I remember initially there was sort of shock, tears, bravado, but I remember towards the end of the day just virtually everything inside of myself just falling on my knees and saying, "I can't do this." And my friend who was praying for me said, "God's not asking you to do this right now. All he's asking you to do is to get back on your feet." And I thought, okay, maybe I can get back on my feet. Maybe I can do that much. I fully believe God can heal me at any second. I don't understand why he hasn't yet, but I'm not going to rule out that possibility. So I think the fact that I'm here and I'm not healed so many months down the line doesn't mean that my prayer hasn't worked. It just means that it's not God's time, it's not right. Moving on from there, I got quite ill, and I had another scan from the doctors, and the results of that were there was nothing else the doctors could do for me, and it was best to get my family out to come and take care of me. What didn't help was I had this terrible sense of lost time, and I was just so longing for the opportunity to do it again and do it right and do it for God. And one of the things which has comforted me so much, I'm actually going to a better place. I'd say the biggest transformation is that I learned that God loves me. And I just find it astounding that God would use something like cancer to show me that. You know, what kind of a God can do something cool out of cancer? You know, that's mind-blowing to me. I'll never understand God's ways. God is so much bigger. Do I wish he'd healed me? Of course I do. You know, do I wish he'd answered that particular prayer? Well, it goes without saying. Before all of this happened, I was fit and whole on the outside. I had a lot going for me, but inside, I was very, very broken and hurt. However, since I got cancer, God has turned all of that around, and I'm no longer that hurting person. My body is broken on the outside, but on the inside, I am whole, and I do have peace.